Nets starting five. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Terrence Mann is out there with Demon. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And for Boston, Pritchard and White are their guards. Then there's Brown, and it's Minot in at the 4. Coach, this is a game we always look forward to. Pair of conference rivals going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. It should be a beauty.
Well, Kevin, you know, this is the NBA at its best. No need to hype this one up. This matchup provides its own hype, and you can hear the fans are as hyped up as we are.
Demon, that's good.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Now, here's Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Here's Demon. On the wing, man. Light covering. It's the Demon. Just 5 on the clock. Now Claxton, and he makes that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Kata. Last game we saw him score 13. Now Pritchard. To the inside. Here's Mann. The shot off that time.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Brown. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Outside, Porter. To the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Here's Pritchard. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Kata, and the layup's good off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the left side wing. The Nets working the ball around now. There's a good screen. 6 to shoot. Shoots. And it's Demon missing. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling.
Porter, no luck. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Brown. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range. Brown's got 7 points in the game. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Magic. Mann passes to Porter. Here's Clowney. Here's Demon. He's covered by Pritchard. Count it.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
They set the pick. Here's Brown. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, he obviously came in ready to play, already hitting 4 of his first 5 shots.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Clowney. On the wing, man. Light covering. Celtics leading by 3. And here is Brown. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Left side, Brown. Count that one. He's got 11.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for White. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Here's Demon. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to man. Here's Demon. And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Demon. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 6. Claxton the pass to man. Takes the 3.
Nice job by White on D, making that one hard on his opponent.
Pass to Minot. Now Brown. Here's Kata. Claxton covering. Now here's White. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Kata gets it to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Here's Claxton. Out to the right wing. Here's Demon. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Man gets the bucket.
Man, he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Minot. Now Brown, guarded by Porter. Brown outside. Here's Kata. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 6-point game. Gotta keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Now, here's Brown. He had 19 points in the win against Memphis. Pass to Minot. Here's Pritchard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now it's an 8-point Boston lead.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Demon. Here's the screen. Inside. Here's Clowney. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
To the middle. Here's Kata. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. On the wing, man. Outside, Porter. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And Michael Porter Jr. is a crucial piece to this offense.
Oh, he absolutely is, Kevin. First of all, we know that shooting provides space for other people to operate, and he certainly does that. But Michael Porter Jr. is also a very timely cutter and gets his share of easy buckets.
Free throw good, Porter.
Well, we talk a lot about Porter Jr.'s jump shot, his ability to space the floor, but I like his rebounding as well.
Sam Hauser's checked in for the Celtics, and Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Traore comes in for Demon. He hits both from the stripe. No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it. It's just a matter of make or miss.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. The Celtics second.
Well, their defense over the last 10 games has been exceptional. They're really getting after it and communicating well on that end of the floor.
Here's Mann. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Yeah, and how about his work on the defensive side, swatting away several shot attempts.
Now here's Williams. 9-point game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And the basket by Hauser.
Savvy. Brown does what he can to help the team win, and he's upgraded his passing.
Pass to Mann. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Porter looking it over. Screen by Claxton. And Porter, here we go. It's deflected. Brown with it. He's got 14. Here's Hauser. Back to Brown. Down low, Claxton with the steal. To the paint. There's the steal. Here's Hauser, guarded by Porter. And here is Brown. Looking at his numbers right now, averaging 27 points a game. Shoots off the step back, and it's Boston with another.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Oh, Claxton in position. And White kicks to Brown. Pass to Hauser. The three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hauser's got 5 points so far.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Traore. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. On the wing, Brown. Shoots over Mann. And it's Brown missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Williams. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Here's Traoré. Lays it up and banks it in.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
Pass to Hauser. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, White. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Nets trail by 15. Here's Traoré. "11 seconds left to play here in the first. There's the screen. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Williams. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Traoré. He's out there with Martin. Sharp out there with Williams. And it's Wolf in power forward.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Pass to Simons. Boucher sets a screen for Simons. And here's Boucher. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, it seems like Simons is always keeping his options open, always willing to make the pass instead of taking the shot.
Here's Traoré. Tillman grabs the miss. Boston leading by 12. Now here's Simons. Pass to Hauser. Brooklyn with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Outside Williams. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Hauser. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a three-point shot tonight. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Wolf. Boucher defending. And they're on the break. Tillman passes to Simons. Shot from free throw range. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
From the mid-range, Simons' quickness is a big advantage.
Outside Williams. Sharp sets the pick for Williams. Bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Brooklyn.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Focus entertainment, everyone. Come on, make some noise.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Einod's checked in, and Jaylen Brown subbed in for Sam Hauser. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. Outside, Simons. Brown with the bounce pass. Pass to Simons. Now here's Brown. Oh, deep shot from Brown. You often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
And it's Demon missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Over in the corner, Pritchard. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Tuesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Shot clock at 2. Brown outside. Porter pulls it in. Nets trail by 14. In the corner, it's Martin. No good from outside. Celtics have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Simons. To the wing right side. Here's Minot. And the foul called on Xavier Tillman. That's his first foul. And the Celtics making a change here. Cade is checked in. And the Nets making a change here as well. Claxton's checked in. Brooklyn's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Porter. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2.
Well, Porter Jr. shoots a very high percentage in the paint.
Celtics leading by 12. On the wing, Brown. Pass to Minot. Now Pritchard. There's Brown with the 3. It doesn't go for him. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Now Claxton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, and he chipped in a couple of blocks also. A well-rounded, complete effort throughout. Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Good on the three-point shot. Simons has got 5.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from that.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. In fourth, the Celtics.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Outside Williams. Pass to Porter. Here's Demon from downtown. A rebound by Simon. And Anthony Simons cut his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Stan. Some pretty good men are.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brown against Porter. Who's watching here? Brown feeling out a bit. Clock at 6. Porter with a block.
The size of Porter can sneak up on you. He's a surprising 6'10".
Pass to Demon. Back to Porter. Here's Claxton. It's deflected.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Here's Minot. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. They set the pick. Simons from outside. A rebound by the Nets.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Claxton. Here's Clowney. Shoots the 3. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Let's get going for Celtics.
White is checked in for Boston. And the Nets making a change here as well. Mann's checked in for Zaire Williams. On defense, the Nets trailing by 10. Out to the right wing. Celtics passing it around. Pritchard finds Brown. 5 on the clock. They could use a bucket. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Here's Mann. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Brown outside. Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Demon. A three-pointer off the mark. Celtics leading by 9. Brown outside. To the inside. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Well, as his career has progressed, Brown's really improved his playmaking. Credit to him for putting in the work.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Demon. From past the arc. Good on the triple. Demon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes
2
in time.
minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Minot. 9-point game his last outing. And it's White missing. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Clowney. Here's Demon. Oh, Porter in position. Fast break, here we go. Here's Minot. Pritchard. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Pritchard's got his second basket.
Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on it.
Paxton a screen on Pritchard. On the wing, Porter. Man with it. He has 6. Inside. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low. Minot can't get it to go. Nets trail by 10. Here's Demon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on White.
Clearly a foul.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Free throw good, Demon. And so he makes both from the line. 43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here's White. A 20-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Here's Demon. He's covered by Pritchard. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Celtics leading by 10. Throws it up high. Porter with the steal. Driving in. Man gets the bucket. Man's got 8.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead. Shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You know, right now for the Nets, they knew they'd be in for a rough start. The question is, do they have the tools to turn it around? The front office will tell you yes, but they're the ones who assembled the team.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Celtics.
You saw how they crashed the glass? That's Dr. O'Neill's School of Rebounding.
I did not know there was a class I'd enroll. Heck, who wouldn't want to take part in that? And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Kata in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Well, there's some power to JB's game. He can simply go through contact.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Demon. He's covered by Pritchard. It's tipped. Here's Minot, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Porter against Brown. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Porter. Porter's got 6 points. Brown, right side. Launches it. Here's Kata. Good defense by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Out to the wing. Outside, Porter. Hits it from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
And Porter Jr. has one of the smoothest looking jump shots in the league.
White looking around. They set the screen. Just 4 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. And he hits the jump shot. Brown's got 25 points in the game.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Minot. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Pass to Demon. It's stolen by Pritchard. To the paint. Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Nets trail by 13. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Clowney. Man in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And Clowney can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you guys.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Nets trail by 15. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Boston, lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season. And, of course, there's the Nets, 2 spots down.
And, for the Celtics, what a slow start they've gotten off to. At least they have enough time to still get things going here in the right direction.
Well, sure, it is early, but they want to avoid digging too deep a hole for themselves. If you let a slow start go on too long, it can really shake a team's confidence.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Boston leading by 14. Now Pritchard. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. There's the pick. Down low, here's Kata. From down in the low post, it goes. Kata's got 10. Nets trail by 16. Here's Demon. 11 points in the game. Claxton the pass to Porter. Good work there as it goes. Porter's got 7 points for the quarter.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Porter against Brown, and he makes good on the layup.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Porter passes to Claxton. On the wing, Porter. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Clowney. Here's Mann. Misses the three.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Kata. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Claxton with it. 8 points for him. To the inside and taken away by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And the dunk by Brown.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
A three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Nets. Now here's White. He has 7. Brown outside. Right side, White. Back to Brown. Over Porter. No good there off the double clutch. Nets trail by 17. Now, Mann. He's got 9. Pass to Clowney. Here's Mann. He's covered by Pritchard. Here's Demon. Here's Clowney. No good on the 3.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Pass to Porter. On the wing, man. White covering. The kick out to Porter. That three off the mark. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. On the wing, Brown. He has 31. Outside, White. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second team foul.
We'll talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here, as now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Tillman, he's checked in for the Celtics. Sam Hauser comes in for Brown. And that one falls for White. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
And he nails the third. Nets trail by 21. Pass to man. Here's Demon. The Nets working the ball around now. Offensive rebound. That one no good. Celtics leading by 21. And here's White. Arcing shot, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
And that one falls for White. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And both free throws good for White. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Wolf. To the middle. Here's Demon. Lets it go from deep. Here's Clowney. And again, it's the Nets missing. Celtics leading by 23. There's a screen. Here's Pritchard. Up and in on the layup. Pritchard's got 6 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Man. 9 points in the game so far. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First personal foul.
And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among two guards. Fourth, Derek White.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
And to have a shooting guard who's also a high-level playmaker, it makes your team a heck of a lot harder to deal with defensively.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Celtics, and Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. Martin's checked in for Brooklyn. Traore comes in for Demon. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Celtics shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Pass to Tillman, and here is Simons, covered by Martin. It's White on the wing, 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc, got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jaylen Brown's checked in for White. Porter's checked in for the Nets. The Nets shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. .135 left in the third. To the inside, Williams goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Well, you expect Porter to take his own shot there, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
Zaire Williams, one shot.
One shot.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Pass to Simons. .115 left in the third quarter.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Michael Porter. Averaging about 23 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Free throw good, Simons.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And Simons drops them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
Porter a screen on Simons. Oh, Porter in position. Boucher with the steal. One-on-one fast break. It's Brown on the wing. Covered by Martin. Brown kicks to Boucher. To the paint. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Simons has got 9.
What a good finish inside. Simons is such a talented scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
Outside, Porter fires the 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Tillman's got 4 rebounds in this game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Simons. Williams comes with a double team. And it's Simons missing. A steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Tillman passes to Brown. Fires from way outside. The shot missing. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Boston on top, delivering the blowout. And will return shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Martin is out there with Traore. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's Wolf at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Free throw good, Porter. And Porter drops them both. And here is Simons. Pass to Hauser from the arc. Wolf grabs the miss. The net shooting in this game, 45%. Down low, here's Porter. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Martin against Brown. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Martin with a screen on Simons. Here's Traore, covered by Simons. Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. Traore can't hit. Brown against Martin. Brown with it. Launches a three. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Brown outside. Pass to Hauser. Clock at 6. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Nets trail by 21. Here's Traore. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Inside, here's Wolf. Tillman grabs the miss. The Celtics have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Brown against Martin. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively. And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. The Celtics making a switch here. Kate is checked in, and a change for the Nets. Claxton's checked in. Brown outside.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now, here's Simons. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Traore.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Porter kicks to Williams. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 5 assists in the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
They set the pick. Trying to end the drought. And it's Brown missing. Nets trail by 16. Floats it up for Williams. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, nice pass by Porter Jr. moving the ball with a purpose.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Pass to Boucher. Here's Keita. Hauser finds Simons. The three. Over to the left wing. Here's Boucher. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Simons. Drains the 19-footer. And the Celtics lead by 16.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Nets.
Down low. Here's Keita. It's off, but still a great shooting night. 6 of 8 from the field in the game. Nets trail by 16. Outside, Porter. Here's Traore. Pass to Williams. To the middle. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. Basket counts.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, here's Simons. He's guarded closely. Brown against Martin. Releases. Rebound by Williams.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Claxton the pass to Williams. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Nets passing it around. Here's Traore. Pass to Claxton. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Trips down the breakaway slam.
That's the only thing that's going to get them back into this game, if there's still even a chance.
Now Brown. Brown on the drive. And the basket is good.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Here's Traore, covered by Simons. Outside, Porter. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. It's Claxton with the drive, and Claxton throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And here is Brown. Outside, Simons. Misses off the right eye.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Williams finds Claxton. Back to Williams. Pass to Traore. Now here's Porter. Fires for 3. Rebound Boston. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Boucher. Pass to Simons. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Nets. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Porter kicks to Williams. Claxton a screen on Brown. To the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Einad's checked in, and Derek White subbed in for Sam Hauser. Then for the Nets, Brownie's checked in. Mann subbed in for Martin. Pritchard passes to Brown to the wing right side. Pass to White. Shot clock at 6. Brown outside. Misses the 3.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Shoots the 3. Pritchard rips down the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Brown.
Look, that up fake is a great weapon when defenders are crowding you. Brown puts him in the popcorn machine.
For your Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
And he makes both free throws.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
Here's Claxton. Porter. And he hits from 17.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Down low. Porter's there. Porter with a block. 1:56 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Demon. And it misses. Brown outside. Brown gets it done inside.
And over time, we've seen Brown ease into accepting more responsibility on offense. He's now a dangerous scorer.
Porter against Brown. Here's Demon. Missed on the 3.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Porter against Brown. Porter with the steal.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jaylen Brown.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's man, light covering. Man with it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
So let's go courtside, where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game, Allie.
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.